And then it wasn't long, like really not long. I think I held my mom's hand for a little while, like maybe 2 minutes. And then the assistants for the anesthesiologist came, and she was already putting something in my IV. They were also wrapping my legs in the things that would compress and open and compress and open to keep the circulation going. I just wanted to say bye to my parents, and I remember she put in my IV. I got like woozy already and a little bit dizzy, and I just remember kissing my mom, and that was it. It was a pretty nice way to go out. In previous surgeries that I've had, I remember being wheeled down the hallway, going into the operating room, getting myself up on the table, seeing the machine, seeing the people, seeing the big round lights on the ceiling. Like, it was all very dramatic before, and this was just like, and we're out. It was really definitely preferable. Then, I don't remember anything. Then I woke up in the recovery room and was having a really hard time waking up. And I think it was because I only had 3 hours of sleep the night before, plus anesthesia. And according to the nurse and everyone, I was sleeping for 4 hours after the surgery. And they were like, okay, it's time for you to get up. And I wouldn't really get up. So I felt like they were rushing me, but apparently I took my time. And my parents came back, and I was just content to sleep. And finally, they got me up. They got me a little bit dressed. It was really difficult. And then the nurse took me to walk to the bathroom, and I didn't even have to go, but that's, I think, part of the protocol. Before they can kick you out, they have to make sure you can walk to the bathroom and pee. So I went to the bathroom. I was shocked that I could walk. I was really, really, really hunched over. And then came out of the bathroom, and they already had all my stuff, and they met me to go right out the door to the car rather than get back to the bed, which is where I thought I was going. But then we came back to the hotel, and since then it's been this hard thing. The compression's really tight. I have been messed up. My stomach's been messed up from the pain medicine. Basically all the stuff I already said. But today I finally turned a corner, which has been really nice. And I got the bandages loosened, and I finally started feeling like a human again, which has been really good. All the other times I was just like sleeping, getting up, eating, taking pain medicine, sleeping, getting up, eating, taking pain medicine. It was not a good time. Though I am glad that I could sleep, because for a while I was having a really hard time because my back hurt in combination with my chest being really compressed. If I wanted my chest to not feel too constricted, I would have to sit up to sleep, but my back would hurt. But if I wanted my back to not hurt, I would lie down flat, and then my chest would feel too constricted. It's been gnarly. So I'm really glad to be on the other side of it. It's still tight, but it's so much better. So much better. So my parents have been taking really good care of me. They've been really, really, really patient and so loving and so willing to get up on no sleep and help me out. I have been thinking a lot about that part in Pirates of the Caribbean where Keira Knightley has that corset on. She can't breathe and falls into the ocean, and Jack Sparrow, Captain Jack Sparrow, rescues her and drags her out and like cuts off the corset and she can breathe again. Like, that's what I'm waiting for, which I know is stupid, but that's what I'm waiting for. And my post-op appointment is on Monday morning at 7:30 a.m., thank God. Nice and early. So I know it'll be Dr. Garramone and not Captain Jack Sparrow / Johnny Depp. Still great, though. Still looking forward to it. I've never been really into watching sports on TV. I like watching baseball. But on the plane out here, I happened to flip to ESPN, and they were showing the Women's World Cup, and I got super into watching the game, and it was England versus France. And then when I got here, it was, still on TV, so I was watching the US versus France and the US versus Japan, and I just thought that it was really funny that now that I've taken one step closer to being legally male, I'm watching a lot of ESPN. I just thought that was ridiculous. And of course, I'm making fun of the socially constructed nature of maleness and sports watching, but still thought it was funny. I like ESPN right now. I'm itchy, very itchy. Counting down the days until the post-op appointment on Monday. So Saturday, full day, Sunday, full day, Monday, tiny bit, and go to the office. I also forgot to mention I'm a filthy mess. My hair has absolutely never been this greasy before. It'll pretty much do whatever I want it to do right now. It's disgusting. And I've been like sponge bathing. This is really nasty, and you can't see it, but all my stubble is growing in. So, anyway, just wanted to update about that. My hair is not wet. No, no, no. That's grease. I got my drains out and dressings off on Monday morning at 7:30 a.m. at Dr. Garramone's office. It was incredibly surreal and an out-of-body experience. I didn't really believe that I was there and that it was happening, and I asked my dad to film it, or parts of it, mostly to prove to myself that it was happening, because I still couldn't believe it was happening.
Just want it to come off. There we go. All right, go ahead and take a look in the mirror. It's very good.
Does it usually look that ripply?
Yeah, that's typical. It's because the bandages were on.
Wow.
So, looks totally normal, okay? Now, the swelling marks and everything like that, all these ripples and wrinklings, it's all going to go off, and you can start using Scar Guard. You can see I got the incisions to be as close as we possibly could to match the other side from before.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so we got the levels very good, okay? The nipples right where it should be, right in the lower outer of the pectoral osmos on both sides. And on the sides here, if you lift your arm out, you can see it looks nice and flat, so you should not have any dog ears.
Great.
Okay, looks outstanding.
That's great.
Okay?
Even on the bigger side?
Yep. Yep, looks very good. All right, I'm gonna have you lay back.
And I was a little scared to lean back when he wanted me to, because it felt like it was tugging a whole lot. But he insisted it was fine, and I decided he was a doctor, so he knew best. I couldn't believe I was actually finally sitting in that chair in his office that I've seen video footage of 8 zillion times. It was just amazing. It was crazy. Just the tape that I feel cold.
Where? Here? Oh yeah, it's just tape, your skin is stretching. You're not gonna hurt anything though. What I want you to do is I want you to turn your head away from me. Take a deep breath in and blow out really hard. That's it. Drains out.
Wow, it only hurt the other side. What does that mean? And he did all the regular stuff. He took the drains out.
Same thing going that way. Okay, turn your head. Deep breath and blow out. That's it.
Didn't hurt. It didn't even feel that weird. It didn't feel like much of anything.
People say it feels weird. It didn't even feel weird.
Good. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
Everybody feels things different. Now, the little hole where the drain used to be needs to be covered with a Band-Aid and some antibiotic ointment. I recommend getting that triple antibiotic ointment, okay? Same thing as Neosporin, it's just generic form.
Okay.
And he took the nipple dressings off.
Over the next week. And the nipple rejection will return after several weeks.
Okay.
Just gotta be patient with it.
And I remember that his hands smelled really good.
Down here, and you can see, this is the areola graft, this is the nipple graft, okay? So this went over that projection will actually return over the next several weeks.
And he was just so great and so nice. It was crazy. I could not believe
Now,
it was
you start
happening.
showering tomorrow. Let the water hit your back and run over your chest.
Okay.
Do not face the shower jets because you can damage your nose.
So it's goopy.
No, just leave it on there right there, and then you get the antibiotic ointment on the backside. Next couple weeks, take it easy. No, try not to get your heart rate elevated. Don't even do anything like making your bed or anything like that. After a couple weeks, so to regular activities, but no exercise.
Not right now.
Right. If there's ever an emergency situation, if he starts bleeding, if he gets an infection or something really wrong, obviously call our office first. You also have.
It is Tuesday, July 19th, 2011. It feels like his office is kind of in a cloud somewhere in like fairy tale, nice, happy land, not in reality. And so the whole experience, everything at the office felt that way. Really good, but crazy. I still can't quite believe that it happened, though it's getting more and more of a reality. Afterwards, I was completely euphoric, and my mom asked if I could go to Gender Odyssey, and he said yes. And I said, good, he gave me permission. Also, two funny things happened. One of the things is that a friend of a friend of a friend was having his surgery on the same day. And he had the same appointment times and everything, and so we got to know him and his friend, which was really nice. And also, on the post-op day, I was waiting in the waiting room, and the person who had the appointment before me to get his drains out was Liam, who I know from YouTube. So that was really funny. And afterwards, my parents and I went to the pharmacy to get a bunch of supplies like Band-Aids and Neosporin and whatever. And I was just so euphoric at the store. I remember there was a song playing, a regular old song from the radio, and I just thought it was like the best song I'd ever heard. And I was so happy and relieved and not compressed anymore. And I just felt so great and kept giving them kisses because they were awesome. And then when we got back to the hotel, I was getting ready to take a nap because we got up so early to go to the appointment. And I exclaimed to my dad, there's a new standard for nakedness, just underpants. Because it had never been that way before. Yesterday and today have been pretty good. I've been feeling so much better. Today I finally got to have my first shower, and I'll put in a bunch of pictures from after the shower now.
If I was a flower growing wild and free, all I'd want is you to be my sweet honeybee. And if I was a tree growing tall and green, all I'd want is you to shade me and be my leaves. All I want is you, will you be my bride? Take me by the hand and stand by my side. All I want is you, will you stay with me? Hold me in your arms and sway me like the sea.
I got to shave and shower, and we put fresh dressings on. I just felt so much better and so much more human, and I think the hot water has helped my muscles, and I just feel so much better. So I am incredibly grateful for not only Dr. Garramone and his staff and the fact that this was amazing, but I'm really grateful for my parents and their support and the fact that I was able to get this done. So I look forward to standing up straighter as time goes on, and I look forward to being able to sleep through the night. At the moment, the longest I've been able to sleep has been like 2 hours, and I look forward to healing. So we are headed to Boston tomorrow. I'll be there for a week, and then I go back to San Francisco. So I hope that everyone is doing great. This has been an absolutely crazy experience, a lot harder than I thought it would be, but I think I'm finally getting to the other side of it. So, all right, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.
If I was a flower growing wild and free, all I'd want is you to be my sweet honeybee. And if I was a tree growing tall and green, all I'd want is you to shade me and be my leaf.